Welcome to another session on experimental demonstration using TDM PCM transmitter trainer kit. Earlier we have seen a demonstration on pulse code modulation where we used only single source. Now in this case I will be showing you the multiplexing of two different sources and will be performing two different TDM based transmitter and receiver experiments. One is TDM PAM and the other one will be TDM PCM. Since the experiment requires you to understand the time division multiplexing, it is better that we should be able to understand and appreciate the various timing signals which are generated by this kit. As you can see from here that we have a timing logic generator block in this kit. The timing logic circuit has got a crystal which operates at 12 megahertz. So we'll start from there, and the output of the crystal is available at this particular test point, which is marked as TP1. After the 12 megahertz crystal, we have two successive stages of divide by 5 in cascade. So it is effectively dividing by 25. So 12 megahertz divided by 25 turns out to be 480 kilohertz, and which we can see at this test point, TP2, almost 480 kilohertz. The output of the 480 kilohertz is then divided by 2 to get a 240 kilohertz of transmitter clock, which can be observed as test point 3. This output is further given to divide by 15 counter, which generates 16 kilohertz output from here. This 16 kilohertz output is used as a sampling signal, which alternately samples this upper and lower channel, which are marked as channel 0 and channel 1, which are active low signals, which we will see now. As you can see, the negative going pulses at the rate of 16 kilohertz. The same can also be observed for the second channel. For comparison purpose, I have connected the two channels simultaneously, and we can see that the samples being taken alternately for channel 0 and 1, where sample from one channel is at the midpoint of two successive samples from the other channel, and likewise. So the basic timing frame will start from this point, and once this sampling signal is generated, then samples will be taken alternately from these two samplers, and the combined output is available at this point. So the signal on channel 1 is essentially a time division multiplexed pulse amplitude modulated signal, which we call TDM PAM for brevity. We can compare the original signals from the source with this TDM PAM signal in order to convince ourselves that there are actually two different sinusoids which are sampled on TDM basis. So here we can see that there are samples from channel 0 which actually is sampling the 1 kilohertz source. And then we can see that there are samples from the 2 kilohertz source. The combined output from this gate is then given to the A to D converter, which upon receiving D0 to D6 bits from this channel will initiate a conversion cycle and will convert the analog value of the sample into bits, 7 bits, D0 to D6, and then again the same conversion process will be carried out for the analog sample taken from this particular channel. So in total, in a frame there will be D0 to D6, 7 bits from channel 0, 7 bits from channel 1, and then there will be a starting bit. So this will essentially form a frame of 15 bits. We'll see the conversion cycles now. The start of the conversion takes place from this negative going pulse, and the end of the conversion is denoted by the rising edge of this pulse train. So essentially during this part, when this train of pulses is high, parallel to serial conversion takes place. So here we can see the output of the PCM circuit after the parallel to serial conversion, which is done by this shift register. You can compare this with reference to the clock signal. The signal below is a PCM output and the signal above is a clock signal. The output from the transmitter trainer is directly given as the PCM receiver input on this side. There must be a common ground. Please try to ensure this while you are performing the experiment. We are also connecting the transmitter clock from the transmitter to that of the receiver clock, and the transmit T0, that is the start bit, to be connected with that of the receiver for the synchronization. So this is the simplest way of the connection which we can do for this demonstration purpose. The PCM input in form of bits is then going through the shift register, then from the shift register to the latch, and from there to the error detection and correction logic, which we are presently not using for this experiment demo. The output from this block is given to D to A converter. So essentially what we had were the bits which are now converted into analog values, and from this the output is separated by using a demultiplexer. Sort of demultiplexing is done, and the samples from two different channels from the transmitter side are separated over here. We can see that the original 1 kilohertz and 2 kilohertz signal from the sources are now appearing, but they are highly distorted because number of high frequency components needs to be removed, and for this purpose we have these two filters, low pass filters. This one separates the 1 kilohertz signal, and this one separates the 2 kilohertz signal. So we can see that 1 kilohertz signal is shown in yellow. We can see the 2 kilohertz signal being received, shown in the yellow with reference to the original signal from the source.